going to share with you my number one favorite tool for helping you tap into and trust your intuition. So this tool is called muscle testing, and it's the number one tool that kinesiologists use to tap in and to try and find the energy block and to try and help to release those energy blocks so that we can live a more energetically aligned life. And when we live a more energetically aligned life, the dreams that we want to happen start to materialize and we start to manifest the things that we want in life. So I'm going to take you through today how to muscle test, the basics of it, and then you can use it for every single part of your life. And I'll go through a couple of different examples to show you how you can use it. But through future blog posts, I'll be drawing on this tool again so you can come back and watch this video and continue to strengthen your intuition. So basically I want you guys to stand up. Now if you are feeling a bit dehydrated, push pause and grab some water. Or if you've just been rushing around and you've sat down to watch this, just push pause and stop and take a few deep breaths and really center yourself. So what I want you guys to do is to stand up and stand with your feet about hip distance apart. Now I'm just going to turn this on a little bit just so you can see the movement that I get in my body when I do this technique. So basically what I'm wanting to do is I'm asking my higher self, my soul, for a second opinion. So that's what I see muscle testing as. So all we want to do here is we want to start by saying what our name is. So when I say my name is Steph, I get a forward movement. Now when you first start doing this, you might find you don't get a really strong forward pull. You might find you just get a little bit of a pull from inside. It doesn't have to be a big physical pull. But over time, the more you practice it, the more you'll start to feel that pull. So what we also want to make sure as well is that when I say my name is someone else, so if I say my name is Beck, I go backwards because my energy knows that that's not my name. So always making sure we go forwards on our name. My name is Steph, and I go forwards. Now, if you say your name and you go backwards or side to side, it just means that your energy is a little bit scattered. So you can stop and pause the video and either have some water, take some deep breaths, do some meditation, or you can do a cross crawl tool, which is this one. And I often get lots of laughs in workshops and when I'm doing my Skype sessions when we stand up and do this one. So this one is called cross crawl, and it helps you to realign your energy so that we're getting an accurate reading when we do the muscle testing. So basically you want to do this until it feels like you're not having to think about it. So roughly about 10 times on each side, but just tapping the opposite knee, moving a little bit as well, shaking out some stagnant energy, and then come back and try again. My name is Steph. So now that's even stronger for me, that movement. And as I mentioned before, you might not find it's such a physical, palpable movement for you. You might just feel like to start with that you're feeling a pull from inside. So basically that's muscle testing. Now the thing with muscle testing is that we can actually override it with our mind. So we also want to make sure that when we are practicing our muscle testing tool, that we're just aware of what's going on inside our mind. So when we're practicing muscle testing and we get our forwards and backwards movements, always make sure you're set up to go forwards on your name and backwards on someone else's. So that's the baseline that you want to start with. So from there, basically, I mentioned before that our mind can overrule this process as well. So the way that our mind can overrule it is that if we want a specific answer in our head, then we have the power to pull our body forward or to push our body forward. So an example that I always use is, and clearly I love peppermint chocolate, is that imagine that you've got two options. So you've got, your Cadbury's peppermint chocolate, and then you've got your beautiful Living Earth or one of those divine brands of raw chocolates. Now, we both can kind of see which one would be better for our body. But if I really want my peppermint chocolate, I'm going to push my body forwards, even if this other beautiful raw chocolate is better for me. So be aware of what's happening with your mind as well. So this tool I see as a second opinion, and generally we know what the answer is. It's our mind that comes in and tricks us and tells us all these different reasons why we shouldn't trust it. So if you can start to become aware of what your thoughts are and what's happening in your mind as you're moving backwards and forwards, and keep practicing as well. So the more you practice this tool, the easier it does get. Another thing with this tool is that it is all inclusive. So anything in your life that you would like a second opinion on from your higher energy and from your soul, you can use this tool with. But again, make sure you go forwards on your name and backwards on someone else's, or clear it if you need to. So this tool is absolutely something that you can use for everything. So something that I use specifically for my business. So I used this tool for deciding the colors for my logo. I used it for deciding my business name. I used it for deciding the layout of my website pages. I use it for deciding what I'm going to focus on at the start of my day. So I'm a big dreamer and I have so many different ideas and so many different things that I want to create. So I sit down with my big list of all these things that I want to do, or these projects that I'm already working on, and I will muscle test, which one's the priority for me to work on today? Which ones is it most important for me to get out there? And this video was one of them, because I felt that call inside my mind for so long to create this video to teach you how to muscle test, because my belief is that muscle testing is such a palpable tool, and it's a tool that we can really feel, and that it's giving us the answers that we seek. So it's a tool that once you practice it and practice it and practice it, it gets easier and easier and easier. And what I find also is that the more you practice it, the less you rely on actually listening to this movement, because when you're practicing it and you're getting an answer and you're actually actioning that answer, so say for example that I want to get clear on a color for my logo, my business logo, and I muscle test it and I get the color, and then I send that color off to my designer. That's my action. So I send the color off with the logo to the designer and I say, can you pop this color in there? And that's the action, and then I get that back and it looks amazing and I love it. Or it might be that you've just had this intuitive knowing to tell someone something, and you've decided that, you've muscle tested it, you trust it enough to tell them, and they say to you, oh, that's exactly what I needed to hear right now, or whatever it was. So the more you start to get that confirmation back from your actions, the stronger that trust gets and the easier it becomes to action. So those two sort of parts of trusting and actioning really you circle around and help to strengthen each other. So those two parts, the trust and the action, are actually two of the 4 steps of my 4 steps to intuition, to igniting your intuition. So if you don't have a copy of that, you can jump onto my website at stephdemetrius.com and join my tribe, and you will get sent out this beautiful copy of my 4 steps to igniting your intuition. So this video is just about showing you palpably how you can use muscle testing, and it's a tool that I believe is the gateway to your intuition. So the more you practice it, the more you start to trust that call within, and then you get to that tipping point that I was mentioned before. Is that tipping point is where you are using this physical tool so much, and you're trusting so much, and you're actioning, and then you're getting that positive response from your actions, that you start to just innately trust that intuition. So you sort of rely less on this forwards, backwards, palpable movement, and you start to just naturally trust your intuition more. So give it a go, have some fun with it, use it for every single part of your life. As I mentioned before, there is nothing that is excluded in this muscle testing process, and in this process where you are getting your second opinion, and in this process that is the gateway to your intuition. So have a bit of fun with it. Leave some comments below. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to make some more videos and I can get more clear on this process as well if you'd like to know more. And have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon.